Hey sports fans, welcome back to Sly Wagon Lessons, where today we are finally going to tackle adding a bit of harmonica to a John Mellencamp song. This is an old one called I Need a Lover. Here's the album that it came on. This is the one that included it for North American release. I Need a Lover was the first cut on side 2 of this. I think it had been released earlier. It had been included on an album released earlier, but not in the States. He was still, notably, John Cougar at this point. I think he was also John Cougar for American Fool, which was a huge hit and had Jack and Diane, for instance. Then he introduced his real name on this album, John Cougar Mellencamp, and then later on he would go on to drop the Cougar altogether, which was a name imposed on him by his first record label, Main Man, The Evil Empire. So there's a real early album. This is a Main Man album. The Kid Inside, this one was called. A lot of cover tunes on these early ones. This one here is called... this came out later. Main Man put it out again to try to cash in a little bit on their early prospect. They called it John Cougar Mellencamp, or rather they called him John Cougar Mellencamp. This one is Chestnut Street Incident, which is a good song, a good track. Again, there's some covers on this one. He does Pretty Woman, Jailhouse Rock. So I think they were playing around in the studio, and Main Man still happened to have the masters, so they put out another album later on. Anyway, I'm a big John Mellencamp fan, so it's about time I did a lesson where you can add a bit of harmonica. And so I picked an early song because I want to, maybe build over time. So I'll start with an early one from John Mellencamp. I Need a Lover. I think Pat Benatar did a cover of this version. It's a simple one. I'm going to show you the chords real quick here. All very familiar. G, D, C, and D. All right? On the album, the studio version, they mess around in the intro with some different keys. They hop around from, I think, like B flat, then up to B, and then they might even go to C or C sharp for a while, and then back to B. I believe the body of the song is indeed in G, and when I play it, I just start and finish in G, brother, because that's the easy way to do it. And when you're playing the harmonica and the guitar together, simplicity is your friend. So it just rolls around on this progression for the most part, right? I need a lover that won't drive me crazy, some girl that'll thrill me and then go away. I need a lover that won't drive me crazy, some girl that's needing of hey, hit the highway. At some points, you'll need to hold that C for 2 measures and the subsequent D for 2 measures. I just can't stand shaking in this bedroom one more night alone. Right? At that part of the verses, you double up on the C and the D. Then you go back to that rolling progression with the G, the D, the C, and the D. All right. So let me show you the harmonica bit. I'm going to put all of the notes up in the PictoTab, where a blue means blow and a red means draw. We're playing in first position. So I'm playing in the key of G on the guitar. This is a G harmonica. We're going to play in that upper octave for the most part, kind of holes 7 through 9 for the most part, although there is a 6 blow in there as well. All right. And as a matter of fact, I kind of like to slide up to the 7 blow when I'm starting the riff. The other thing you can do with the chords at the intro is fancy little thing like that. that down now for you so you can follow along and figure it out and play it your own self. All right? That's it. So it's a pretty simple little riff, and if you listen back to the album, the introduction is a very long guitar solo. This little riff that I have worked out kind of picks up on the main elements of the guitar riff that the fella's playing over and over again in different keys in that intro. So that's kind of an intro, but you can throw it in between verses as well, maybe a shortened version. Something like that. All right? Real easy stuff. Hope you've enjoyed today's quick lesson on how to add some harmonica to I Need a Lover. Great old song by John Mellencamp. I also hope you will subscribe to Sly Wagon Lessons, and I will provide you with more instruction on how to play the harmonica and the guitar together at the same time. A worthwhile pursuit in these troubled times. All right? Hope to see you again. Take care.